What's up, y'all? It's FTKComputer. Welcome back. So yeah, today I wanted to do a quick introduction to my video, and it's going to be about switching, like when to switch and when not to switch. I know that one of the questions that I get pretty often is how do I know when to switch, or how do I decide if I'm gonna switch or if I'm not gonna switch. And so I kind of am uploading two matches to kind of show a situation where I didn't switch and then a situation where I did switch. So at the end of the day, it's very much, if you just want to skip this and just go straight to the match, it's very much dependent on my intuition when it comes to how I think the match is gonna go. Like if I do switch, a lot of times, people get frustrated in Overwatch in almost every match, but I don't switch every time I get frustrated. I know some people probably think that, but it's not true. A lot of times I will switch if I feel like there are things that cannot be compensated for if I'm playing healer. So for instance, in the first match, it's a match on Lijiang Tower. We're doing pretty well. Then all of a sudden our main tank, Reinhardt, overextends, dies, and then switches to Winston, which basically caused almost all of the problems for the rest of the match. The DPS themselves weren't really doing bad at all, but I think that once that happened, it kind of threw our team off, and it was very hard to recover from that. However, I didn't switch. Now, I didn't switch to DPS. I felt like our DPS were doing fine. A lot of people switch to DPS if they're frustrated no matter what's going on, but I didn't see the DPS being that weak. I honestly didn't see the tanks being that weak either. I think it was just a mistake to switch to Winston in that situation. Now, one of the issues with playing a Winston, even though this was a King of the Hill map, one of the issues with playing Winston is that he does require long range heals, and Moira isn't really the best, character for that. However, I didn't switch to Ana because I felt like as Moira, I was having the biggest impact on the match so far. And I think switching to Ana, even though I play Ana, I felt like switching to Ana in this situation was very risky because I was able to consistently heal the team. And to switch to Ana to make sure to heal one person who already overextended. Not saying that like I don't overextend or that other people don't overextend. He could have just been not paying attention or whatever. I'm not saying that he just like that one overextending situation screwed us, because it didn't. But I think when he switched, it kind of screwed us. And then I'm thinking also to myself, Winston, I didn't see Winston really having that big of an impact on the match. I don't feel like him as Ryan had that big of an impact. I feel like mostly our DPS, our off tank, and then me were probably having the biggest impact. So I felt like switching to Ana could have thrown off everything, and then we might have when too many people start switching too fast, it can throw everyone else off. You remember this is solo queue, so I just kind of bit the bullet and just hoped that it would work out. I tried to heal Winston as best as I could. I just felt like Winston was a bad choice in this situation. I mean, maybe he thought he was doing it to counter someone or what, I don't know, but I just felt like we had got it all. We almost did a full hold, and after dying at the last minute, switching to Winston just kind of threw everything off. The second match, however, the match where I did switch, I saw just too many mistakes too quickly especially from the DPS. If you're playing a highly mobile DPS like Genji or Doomfist or something, you really need to be able to sustain yourself. That's just how it is, those characters have a lot of mobility for a reason. And if you're constantly needing healing or you're constantly dying first, then that kind of shows me that I don't think that you know what you're doing. Now, let me not say that. I'm not gonna say I don't think that you know what you're doing, but I feel like that's the whole point of playing characters like that are highly mobile. Like if you're playing Tracer but you need a pocket, or you're constantly at critical health needing healing without any of your which your stuff on cooldown, then to me that just shows like, okay, this is where the weakness in the team is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a little bit different for other, you know, DPS that do kind of depend on healing. But with characters like that are highly mobile, I get very suspicious when those characters are the first ones to die, or they not saying they just make one mistake, but if they're constantly the first to die in the team fight, that kind of shows me that this isn't gonna happen, because getting picks is really, I would say, single-handedly the most important thing when it comes to winning Overwatch matches, because they kind of dictate how the match is gonna go, whether or not you can hold a point, whether or not you can push. Like, so in the second match, I kind of saw just too many red flags, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna switch, and I will just hope for the best, because I didn't, from what I saw as like what I could do as Moira or as a healer, I didn't see any way that I think we could have won that match. Now, could we have won it? Yeah, probably, but in the moment, what I saw, that's how I felt. And I know people are like, well, if you're just switching roles in the middle of a match, like, that's toxic or whatever. Honestly, I don't care if you think that's toxic, fine. I mean, who cares? Like, I guess that's your opinion, but in solo queue, the roles aren't very defined. Like, a lot of the time I play healer not because I feel like, oh my god, I really want to play healer right now, but it's because I assume that the people who are playing these other roles, that's what they're most comfortable at, or that's just, you know, what they want to play. But unfortunately, with the issue of multiple accounts in Smurfs, you don't necessarily know that that person is even a DPS main or plays a good amount of DPS. They could just be learning DPS. They could just be playing for fun, you know, on another account, and like that kind of stuff. That's why I switched, and it doesn't really, if people think that's toxic, that's fine. Why I don't think it's toxic, because I'm like, you know, I'm playing healer because I'm taking one for the team. But if shit ain't working out, then I'm not gonna stay on healer and lose the match. You know what I'm saying? I want to feel like I actually did something to change the outcome of what was gonna happen. So yeah, that's just how I felt about that, and I changed. And not saying that we didn't still struggle or that I haven't changed and lost matches before, I have, but I do think that I can have a huge impact on the match by choosing the characters that I'm comfortable with. And if my impact is not working on Moira as a healer, like, I mean, I already know that I'm doing a lot. If that can't help, then I'm gonna switch roles. And it's the same if I'm playing Symmetra and I feel like I'm doing well and I'm doing super well, but I feel like whoever is playing healer either just isn't a healer player. Maybe they were like kind of forced to play healer because they didn't play anyone else or whatever. And if I think that I can positively affect the match by going healer, then I'll do that. And I'll switch to Moira or, you know, or Brigitte or whatever. So yeah, that's just my little quick introduction. So yeah.
Select your hero. 5, 4, 3.
Make sure you guys do some dumb shit so you can end up in FTK's video. Appreciate it.
Hello.
I'm asleep.
Surrender to my will.
McCree's one on left side. He's one on left side.
¿Qué onda? I will not be denied.
I think Samba's gonna get on point. No doubt.
My ultimate is ready to be unleashed. Surrender to my will. Restoring you. I'm under attack.
Got the main now.
Join with me. Get into position. Surrender to my will.
Oh, fuck me.
I'm on fire. All evidence supporting this This will improve your condition. My ultimate is almost surrender to my will. Get into position.
We wish we didn't use that EMP though.
This will restore you. Calling for the rage. Power of destruction. Group up with me. Allow me to repair the damage.
Oh no.
Join with me. I'm under attack. Group up with me. Lies never make. Join with me. Group up. Get into position. Group up with me. Surrender to my will. I'm on fire. You'd be wise to stay out of my sight.
Volvamos a la medianoche.
This is my will. Surrender to my will.
Look at the rest. Oh no.
Score 1-1. What are you looking at?
Game on.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 3. Capture objective.
Let me get you patched up.
Become Karula.
They're on point.
My will made real. Not ready.
I'm on fire.
Group up with me. Find the ledge.
Heroes never die.
Welcome in truth. Surrender. I will.
All systems
No, block it. Oh, thank you.
Огонь по готовности! I'm under attack.
I'm still hoping.
Will made real. Your strength fades. Coalescence is almost ready. Join me. I'm under attack. Your claim of hold. Group up. Join with me.
Bad guys, heads up.
The power of destruction.
Greetings.
My ultimate is ready to be unleashed.
Team up for special attack.
New defense point. Objective B.
Deine Hexe ist da.
Surrender to my will. This will heal you. Cast this forth. Join with me. Allow me. Perhaps a new methodology is required.
Team up for special attack.
Score 0-2. Switching sides. Prepare to attack. Select your hero. I'm with 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing. Capture objective A.
Group up with me. I will shape order from chaos. Teleporter online. Open for battle. Form up. Group up with me. Why do you struggle? Teleporter online. Remove quickly. You are unworthy of the true reality. Teleporter online. Teleporter is form up. Sentry online. There is still much. Yahi Paramvastavik hai. Enemy corner. Alliance defense system. Teleporter is
I'm taking the objective. You know you want
Turret
some.
online. Turret in place. Teleporter online.
My damn.
Remove trigger. Sensor online.
Deine Hexe ist da.
Teleporter online. And open to the public. Meeting structured in strong. Sentry turret placed.
Dahin wieder.
Score 2-2. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing. Capture objective A.
Teleporter or group up with me. Teleporter online. Open the path. Finish the globe. You are unworthy of this new reality. All is going to Turret online.
I claim this objective. I'm on fire.
Yahi Karamasta. My teleporter is online.
Watching your back. My ultimate is fully charged. Get in there.
Group up. Group up with me. Form up. Group up here.
Rendezvous at
Form
my
up.
position. Get it and feast.
My teleport. Form up.
On the out.
I have the objective.
Score 4-2. Switching side.
Learn from 5, 4, 3,
2, 1.
I'm with you.
Incoming. Defend objective A.
Get it and dahin wieder.
Form up.
Healing in hand.
I need healing. I need healing. Group up. Aligning defense.
Objective lost.
Group up.
Defense point. Objective B.
Turret in place. Group up with me.
Understood.
Double.
Sentry online. प्रणाली समृद्ध यही परम वास्तविकता है
Derrière. Very well.
Fire at will.
This will help.
Turret in place. Group up. My work is not complete. Form up. Teleporter online. We move quickly.
60 seconds.
Turret deployed. यही परम वास्तविकता है यही परम वास्तविकता है